Could Spider-Man and Wolverine be set in the same universe? A lot of people seem to think so. So let's find out. According to this article from Screen Rant, it says, Insomniac Games has confirmed that its two Marvel games, Marvel's Wolverine and Marvel's Spider-Man 2, are part of the same universe. Up until now, no standalone Marvel game has been directly connected to each other, which has led to some fans getting a tad annoyed given the two films are so interwoven. Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine will somewhat remedy this, however, and begin some sort of connected universe, which is implying that there is a possibility of Spider-Man and Wolverine possibly collabing sometime in the future. Now, if you're familiar with both characters, you know that they have unique characteristics. Wolverine is considered to be a lot more bloody and serious, while Spider-Man is a lot more goofy. Despite there being a bunch of Marvel games, most of the Marvel games do not have intertwining universes, but it looks like Spider-Man and Wolverine might change that. While there hasn't been any info from Insomniac Games implying that there will be a crossover, there also isn't any information suggesting that there won't be one later on down the road. There has also been a lot of speculation that other heroes in the Marvel universe could intertwine with the Spider-Man universe as well. Despite the games being different, they actually have a lot of similarities to each other. But if a crossover were to happen, it probably won't be for a long time due to the fact that Wolverine will most likely come out after Spider-Man 2. Insomniac Games seems to be poised to make Wolverine its own standalone game, and doesn't seem to want to connect the universes right now. But they haven't completely ruled out the possibility of this happening. While there are obviously other Marvel games that are out, such as Avengers, or could be coming out in the future, such as Guardians of the Galaxy, unfortunately there won't be any crossover between these games and Spider-Man. The only game that seems to be close is Wolverine. But despite Guardians of the Galaxy not being intertwined with Spider-Man, there are rumors that there could be references to this game in the upcoming Spider-Man game. The article also says, Insomniac confirmed on the PlayStation blog that its Marvel's Wolverine is a standalone game being directed by Brian Horton, but it's also building a new original universe with Spider-Man and now Wolverine. The trailer for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 teases Venom and other villains, so it's likely Peter Parker and Miles will have their hands full. Perhaps as an opportunity for Wolverine to show up and lend a helping hand, but it may be a lot to cram into the sequel. At the very least, it seems like there may be a plan to have the characters cross over at some point, given that they coexist in the same world. Now, I think that Spider-Man and Wolverine intertwining together will be really good for gaming. We both know about how iconic both characters are with Spider-Man and Wolverine. You know, what would it be like if these two guys were really teaming up together? I've always wanted to see what it would be like if these guys teamed up together. I actually feel like their abilities could gel pretty well together. Plus, let's be honest, who wouldn't want to see Wolverine and Spider-Man? That's instant classic right there. Obviously, only time will tell if these two guys will be able to get together at some point, but with them sharing the same universe, you definitely have to think that Insomniac is thinking about doing this sometime in the near future. I obviously want them to do it because I think it'd be great for gaming. I think it'd be great to see Spider-Man and Wolverine fighting side by side. The only question I would have in this is if that were to happen, where would this leave Miles? Because obviously, it would have to involve the original Spider-Man, Peter Parker, plus Wolverine. So where would that leave Miles if Wolverine entered the picture? Would Miles kind of help fight alongside them? Would he be like off doing his own adventure? Would he get his own game? Like, what are they going to do with Miles if that does come to fruition? I'm pretty sure everybody, including myself, would like to see Miles included as well. But if they're planning on going forward with just Spider-Man and Wolverine, then where would that leave Miles in the near future? Especially with Miles becoming a fan favorite among all people after he got his own standalone game. Will they make him his own standalone Spider character? Will he still be within the universe, just not with Wolverine in them? I guess it's just one of those, we'll just have to wait and see what Insomniac does in the near future. I definitely hope that they entertain this a little bit, because I think this could really be a good idea. To put both of them together. Putting them together in the same universe would actually be pretty entertaining. I would actually want to play that game. And I'm pretty sure a ton of you guys watching this video would want to play that as well. So go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comment section. I want to know, do you guys think that Peter and Wolverine could collab together in the future? Would you want to see a Wolverine and Spider-Man collab in the near future? Would you want to see them get together? Or do you think that Insomniac should just leave Wolverine as its own standalone game, and have Spider-Man be its own standalone game as well? And also, if that were to happen, what do you think would happen with Venom? What do you think would happen with Miles and some of the other characters in the game? Do you think that they'll also be included, or do you think that Insomniac will just remove them and give them their own separate series? Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think will happen in this scenario? Gonna go ahead and leave you guys some positivity. I have a quote here that says, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence by none other than the man himself, Vince Lombardi. So what does this quote mean to me? Well, first things first, it was by Vince Lombardi, so it's obviously a good quote. But what this quote means to me is, when you're going through success in life and you're trying to chase things, don't chase after perfection. Just do the best that you can do. At the end of the day, we all must realize none of us are perfect, and we're not all going to be great at everything we do. There are going to be some things that we're going to be good at. There's going to be some things that we're probably not going to be good at. What matters at the end of the day is that we give it our all and we try our best. We may fail, we may lose, we may not do the best at everything we do in life. But the point of life is definitely to try, not to always be the best at something. And you can definitely tell when you look at Vince Lombardi's legacy, he wasn't always perfect at everything. He didn't win every single playoff game that he'd been to. He didn't win every single Super Bowl that he was in. He lost a couple of games throughout his career. Like, we're not all perfect. Nobody is. Literally no one on this planet is perfect. But being successful doesn't mean being perfect. Being successful means being the absolute best at whatever you can control. It means being the absolute best at what you decide to do with yourself and whatever you decide to do with your life. Because at the end of the day, that's all you really can do is be your best. Hopefully you guys took some great inspiration from this quote. Hopefully you guys liked the video, and I'll be back with some more in the future. Peace!